Hey guys, welcome back to Joe's RC Corner, and we're back out at the airport working on the Cricket. So stay tuned, and I'll tell you what we're going to be working on today. All right, guys. So, like I said, we're back out here on the Cricket, and we're continuing the work here on the servo trims for the Autopilot. And so the servos that I put in there, which I talked about on the last video, they can handle up to 8.4 volt to get 104 ounces of torque. Right now, they're running off the 5 volt system that the Autopilot gives. Last flight worked great. However, I think we want to get the full torque out of these servos. So the stall torque on them is about 104 ounces per square inch. So for this surface, I think to be able to move this big elevator here, or the flapper on, we are going to need to go ahead and increase that torque. I think it's going to help a great deal. Elevator seems to be pretty good, but like I said, I want to increase that torque on these. Now, I did make a mistake building this, and right now I'm not going to do anything to fix it, because if I'd have to reskin the outer flapper on, and I'm not doing that right now. But basically, this control tab, the trim tab here, technically should be more centered on that full span, right? And I have it out here on the tip of the flapper on, which is incorrect. So if you guys are building a Zenith cruiser or stall or anything like that, and you're installing the aircraft automation Autopilot, please make sure, put it more centered on that flapper on. So basically at the joint here where the inboard and the outboard kind of attach, go ahead and mount it closer to the center section there, because that's going to make all the world of difference in regards to moving this big control surface. Think about it in the realm of old RC airplane, and you have your servo mounted in the center of the wing, and you're controlling the whole strip aileron from a point right here. Some airplanes that can handle it, and others are just too heavy for it to move unless you have enough torque in the servo to move it. But the problem is you'll still end up with twist in that control surface. So now I'm not getting twist, but because of it being out here, this now is the control surface moving, and it takes a lot more force to move this control surface from out here than it would from here. And I don't have any pressure gauges to try to prove that, but it's basic physics, guys. So that was my fault. Not aircraft automations. That is completely my fault. But I believe that putting a higher torque servo out here and being able to get a little bit more throw will help with moving the surface. Maybe sometime down the road, I will disassemble this flapper on here and get a new skin, and then we'll move that control surface here. But for right now, this is where it's going to be, and I'm not moving it. As long as the plane flies straight and it can control the airplane turning left and right, I'm happy with it, so we're going to move forward. The elevator servo trim tab is working just great. That one really never had any issues with it. So we're just going to leave that one as is. Now, once we finish that, we get this new 8 volts regulator in there to run these servos. May do one more test flight with the airplane, and then we're going to start doing our condition inspection. So that'll be probably next week. We'll start working on that, and once that is done, we're ready to go again. We'll do some test flights, make sure everything is good. We're going to redo the weight and balance on the airplane just to make sure we're still good, and just to get the updated one, because over time we have done some changes to the plane. So we just want to make sure that everything is still correct in where it needs to be for the weight and balance. But other than that, guys, everything else is working great. We're going to keep moving. We're going to go ahead and get that voltage regulator installed today and go from there. So, all right, guys, stay tuned, and I'll catch you back when we're done here. All right, guys, welcome back. And yeah, so we're all done here. We're going to go ahead and see if the weather is going to let me go ahead and do a test flight today. But basically, we went ahead, we replaced added a regulator in the switch so I can shut off the servos if need be. But 8.4 volt now going to the servos instead of the 5 volt from the Autopilot. Everything works. I'll go ahead and turn it on and show you how much more staying power this has from before. All right, guys, so we're back, and all right, so we have the servo at its full deflection to give it right roll, and as you can see, that is a whole lot more holding power here. That servo is nice and stiff, so very good control. Everything seems to work very, very well, and we're going to go ahead and take it for a test flight and see if this is going to make a difference. See if it's big enough to go ahead and move this. Worst case scenario later on down the road, what I'll do now that I have that extra power is I can always extend this this trim tab, make it a little bit longer on either side, maybe more this direction, and see if that might help a little bit also, getting that airflow a little bit over to that side. Also, this is a wing underneath the wing, so at certain angles, this does have accelerated air coming over it, and I'm not sure, maybe it's losing some effectiveness because of that. I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead and give this test flight and see what she does. I'll report back. Hey, all right, guys, so went ahead and flew. Was not fun. Everything seemed to be working, though, on the plus side. So, yes, the servos work much better, so that's a big plus. So now I need to wait for a calm day so I can go ahead and tune it, because now with the higher voltage, they're faster and they got more torque. So, but for trim, yep, rolls right, rolls left, adjusts everything. So everything seems to be in working order. It was pretty bumpy up there. I think I hit one spot out there while we were flying where everything in my cabin that was not tied down, which wasn't a lot, basically my notepad pen flew into the air and then dropped, and I whacked my head into the ceiling, so that was fun. But all looks good. Plane is now ready for a condition inspection, but I might go up one more time during some calm weather, see if I can't finish tuning the autopilot, get that going correctly and smooth, and then we'll go from there. But other than that, guys, plane is doing fine. Everything went really well. A couple little things that need to work on in preparation for the flight to Oshkosh. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today, and then we're going to start do one more flight on the Cricket, and then start working on the condition inspection paperwork and getting that completed, and getting her ready to go. So that's all I got, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. But just really quick, I'll show you the complete setup of how the servos are mounted to the control surfaces. All right, so like I said, we got the roll trim here. Try to get rid of some of this glare. So this was the original location where I had the large servo pushing on this. This little servo has a lot of torque. Seems to work pretty well, especially with the higher voltage going to it. And when it's on, it does not move. So happy with that setup here. This is just the torque stripe, just to make sure that none of the bolts come loose for visual inspection. Ball links on both sides, and as you can see, my linkage is correct geometry directly over the hinge joint, so allows it to have very good control and even control both directions. elevator. We have the elevator trim tab right here. Same setup. Again, used to be back here. Really long control linkage, didn't like it, so shortened it up, bringing it back here. I did rebalance my elevator after I did this. And again, ball links and the correct geometry here with this directly over the hinge joint to allow even travel both directions. Works very well. And this trim tab is plenty big enough for the elevator. Maintains altitude and does maintain everything else. So works fine. Everything is good. Definitely will do a really thorough inspection since we hit that turbulence. Don't want to have anything breaking on the plane. I don't know how many G's it saw during that jump, but it was not comfortable. I don't see any stress in the airframe, no twisting, no buckles, so everything seems to be okay, but we will do a full inspection just to double check. But everything else is looking good. No issues. So, all right guys, catch you on the next video. Bye now.